Drive Home Show! Everybody, we're going home. But first, you've got to go to the store. Hey, it's 4:19 on the Drive Home Show clock. That's right, we're getting a little bit late of a start. Not a little bit late, leaving a little bit later than normally. Okay, I'm not going to sit and keep tapping this screen every 45 seconds to keep it from going out. So you need to just stay on screen. You need to stay on. It's 40 degrees. It's 40 degrees. It's the warmest day of the winter. Because, actually, winter does not start. Actually, winter doesn't start until Thursday. This is still fall. Because spring starts summer starts June 21st, spring starts March 21st, fall starts September 21st, and winter doesn't start till December 21st. So it's still fall. Tell that to a couple of years ago, people, where I posted on Facebook that it was like 17 below, and I said, kind of disappointed that it didn't get, it's supposed to be down to like 27 below, but it only got to like minus 18. That was this day, or yesterday, like a few years back. But today's 40, so we're not complaining. The sun is setting. We're getting all ready for the trip to Tulsa on Saturday, Christmas Eve. The car rental place called me today and said, I don't know why. They're just like, yeah, we're just confirming your reservation for your car with a minivan. And so we're having a lot of minivans that day, and so we just want to know your flexibility. If you could go to an SUV or something, would you have the same amount of space or maybe even more space? Just want to know if you're flexible, what your flexibility level is, and because you're pre-checked in or whatever, so you're all set. And just, why did you call? So I called him back and I'm like, yeah, I want a van or an SUV, but I'm not going to pay more for an SUV. Oh no, you wouldn't have to pay more. It's kind of like a free upgrade. All right, well. So that's kind of I just kind of wanted to make sure. I said, yes, that's what I want. Okay, here coming up here is a huge bump. The road is kind of buckled. I don't know if the road buckles from the cold. Usually it buckles from the heat, but here it is. Boom, right there. Did you hear that? Did you hear it? They're going to have to fix that. So, say, from Australia, right? And Peppa Pig. And Grandpa. I want to see Grandpa. You want to see Grandpa? Yesterday we went to my mom's and we had some chili con cornbread. I kind of dubbed the dish, kind of named it. It's like a chili with cornbread on top of it. So I just kind of named it chili con cornbread. It's kind of cute little play on words. It was very delishful. And the Vikings already played. They played the Cincinnati Bengals and they whooped them 34-7. The only reason Cincinnati got a touchdown is because Teddy Bridgewater came in and threw a touchdown, threw an interception. But it wasn't his fault. Stop blaming the guy, will you? Come on. It goes in his stats as a interception, but he threw it 3 yards to a guy, and the guy just kind of, I forgot who the guy was, running back, one of the running backs who kind of stands for the dump off pass when nobody else is open, and he kind of reached to try to catch it, kind of tipped it up higher in the air, and then the Bengal dude caught the tip up for an interception, and then they went in, it was real close to the end zone. and they scored. I'm looking at the graph on the sound wave graph on the screen of the voice memo thing, and it's like ginormous. It's like ginormous sound waves. So I hope this is not blowing your ears out. It's even ginormous when I'm not talking, so that's what I'm worried about. It's like the road noises in the background. So then we kind of watched the New England Patriots against the Pittsburgh Steelers without the sound, just to see the score and stuff. And the Steelers had... I'm yawning. Sorry for yawning, but I yawn a lot. The Steelers had the lead like most of the game, and then all of a sudden you blink, and Patriots took the lead with like a minute left. And then the Steelers had the ball like on the 5-yard line. Easy. It was like third down, I think. And the time was going. Clock was running. They only had like seconds, like 20 seconds or something. The time is ticking. They're hurrying up. They don't have any more timeouts. They could spike the ball. But Roethlisberger tries to make a perfect throw into a crowd, and it same kind of thing, tips up in the air, and there's a Patriot waiting. He snags it for the interception. Game over. It's controversial because they should have killed it. They went for the field goal to tie it, but they wanted to go for the win. They're thinking, even if they don't have a good pass, it'd be incomplete and the clock would stop and there'd still be enough time to kick the field goal. But what they weren't counting on was it was going to be that it was intercepted. They didn't count on that. Those things happen, and they lost. Then we watched The Christmas Story live, and I don't think I've seen the movie. I mean, I know Christmas Story. I know, like, you shoot your eye out, kid, and the tongue sticking to the pole thing. I've seen that, but I haven't seen the movie like front to back, start to finish, beginning to end, A to Z, 1 to 3, 1 to 9, 1 to 10. I haven't seen it because I don't know the storyline until yesterday. I think like the whole movie basically is about the kid wanting a BB gun. And there were other things, but after seeing that, it was a musical, and there was like too many songs, just too many. I'm looking at an idiot on the road who didn't want to let somebody ahead of him. I'm gonna stare her down, idiot. Let somebody in. I want to see the movie without all the songs, please. It kind of looks like from the musical, and they did the musical live, but like outside. It was interesting. There was a house, but they also went outside. So it was like a movie set lot in Hollywood, and they just kind of follow the characters around with the moving camera kind of deal. It was interesting. It was different. It was not like on a stage. But there's just too darn many songs. Just too darn many songs. So I would like to see it without the songs. And just watch it. Just watch it. It's 4:30 on the dime on the car drive home drive home clock. We're down to 37 degrees. I'm trying to think of something. The Christmas Lighthouse Walk with Tori. We didn't have a Christmas Lighthouse Walk with Tori yesterday because we left him home alone. when we went to my mom's house, and when we got home, and there was 3 piles of poop on the floor. 1 was on the pad, but 2 were not, and then there was 3 pee spots, and then we found out he peed on the couch. So I was not happy, and he's like, no walk for Tori. And I'm not gonna go out and walk by myself. Like, that's not the point. The point is to walk the dog. So, but Saturday was our best record ever. It was the most number of wins, 28 wins, 3 losses, and we lost a house. You can probably figure out that 28 plus 3 equals 31, but you might or might not know, there were 32 houses with lights. Well, we lost a house with lights. The very last house on the walk used to have Christmas lights like taped to the window in the shape of a Christmas tree, and like they only had them lit 2 times in all of the walks that I've been walking. And I started walking, we're talking about like from Thanksgiving-ish, around Thanksgiving. What does this truck think he's doing? Passing me on the right and then cutting me off, going not as fast as I'm going. What? And you better move over to the left. Okay, I'm just gonna pass him on the right like he passed me on the right. Now he hits his brakes. I don't appreciate that. I really don't appreciate that. So yeah, they only had their house lights lit 2 times out of all the walks. And then I noticed Saturday, or maybe Friday, those lights are not even in the window anymore. So they don't have lights. They took them down. So I don't know what the story is behind that. But they've been eliminated as a house with lights. And we only have 31 now. Still hoping to get a few more. That one house on that street, I don't know the names of the streets. It's the middle street. The one that kind of starts going east-west, but then it turns 90 degrees and goes north-south by the time you get to the end of it. And then it intersects with another east-west street. And then, yeah, that one. There's one house in the middle of that block what has like a whole bunch of candy canes in the yard, like little red candy canes across the front of the yard, front of the house. Looks like they were putting more lights on their house on Saturday when I walked Tori. So I was like, oh, I can't wait to come back, see what it looks like when it's all done. But we didn't go yesterday, so tonight maybe tonight we'll see. Maybe. Oh, I didn't look. Oh, here comes the sign that tells how long it is till 35W. Remember, 5 minutes and over means we're gonna have to slow down. 4 minutes and under means we can drive. Oh, it says 3 minutes. It says 3 minutes, so we should be able to just fly through here without slowing down. Maybe a minimal slowdown. But I'm anticipating we're just gonna fly through here. Lunch today, we actually went out and we got Burger King, and it was so good. It was so good. I was like, I have not had this flavor of salty French fries for such a long time, and I have not had this flame broiled burger with cheese on it for such a long time. It is so delectable. It is so delicious on my palate. I went because I decided at home that I wasn't going to prepare lunch because my lunchbox was sitting in the car. Anyway, yeah, so then I was going to go to the post office to get some envelopes for mailing in the rent. But it's the week before Christmas. You know how crazy the post office is? Yeah, don't even try it. I can go to Walgreens and get like an envelope or something for this month. I don't have to get a certified official post office envelope. I can get any envelope. So that's what I decided. But I went out to get Burger King, and it was very good. That was our lunch spot of the day. Christmas shows, not a whole lot. I did watch Diff'rent Strokes. half of a Diff'rent Strokes episode. Let me tell you what happened. Garrett Morgan. I get him mixed up with the guy who invented the traffic light. One is Garrett Morgan. One is Garrett Morris. The one that's not the guy that invented the traffic light and the gas mask and various many other inventions. The one that's the actor. The one that's Jamie Foxx's Uncle Jr. on the Jamie Foxx show. Yeah, him. He guest starred in this. He was also on Saturday Night Live, one of the Saturday Night Live players. Most famous for the hearing impaired guy in a little circle. Instead of doing sign language, he just yelled it. Anyway, he was the Santa Claus, Salvation Army Santa Claus, ringing the bell. Jingle, 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 jingle. Merry Christmas. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Merry Christmas. Jingle, 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 jingle. It wasn't Salvation Army. It was some made-up charity. Arnold saw him on the street. Arnold needed a job because he spent all his money, allowance money, or whatever. My phone just fell. That's great. Can't find it. Oh, it fell in the pouch on the side. So sorry for that interruption. Dr. Phil. That's real smart, having personalized license plates when you drive like an idiot. So now we know exactly who you are. Dr. Phil. I don't think it's Dr. Phil from the TV show. But he comes flying on the shoulder. I'm going 60 right now. He comes flying on the shoulder, passing me when he no longer had a lane, a merging lane. It was the shoulder, and then he flew into the middle lane. And now he's in the left lane, tailgating another car. And he's got personalized license plates that say Dr. Phil. Okay, so back to... I'm holding the phone now. I don't have it mounted on my dash anymore because it fell. So Arnold wanted a job to make Christmas gifts, buy Christmas presents, because he spent all his money on an ET clock that the finger lit up, and his head rose up when the alarm went off, and his finger lit up. Obviously, this is written into the script so they could have this Santa Claus guy, because all Arnold would normally do is say, Mr. Drummond. Of course, now at this point he was adopted, so he called him Dad. It's like, I need money for Christmas shopping. And his dad was, oh, Arnold, how much you need? I'll give you $4,500. But so he decided he wanted to earn it by helping out this Santa Claus, who's Garrett Morris. I think it's Garrett Morris. And then Mr. Drummond comes along. Arnold, is that you? Arnold, that's the smallest looking Santa Claus I've ever seen. Arnold, is that you? No, I don't want you boys. No, well, I admire that, Arnold, and thank you, Mr. Santa Claus, Mr. Jones, for giving him a job. I have a job for you. And so then Mr. Drummond got him to come in and deliver Christmas presents to Willis and Arnold and Kimberly and it's not Mrs. Garrett, it was Pearl. It was Pearl, the second housekeeper. But Mrs. Garrett left to go do Facts of Life, and I don't know why Pearl left, but they brought in that old lady, the one from Beverly Hillbillies. No, it's not her. That was a joke. So anyway, he brings in the presents, but then he sees that, oh, you got sterling silver Christmas ornaments and blah blah blah. So then he leaves and puts like putty on the door where that plunger thing that keeps the door closed. He puts like putty on that, but that's stupid because the door would just fly open. And also, people have deadbolts, especially in Park Avenue apartment. There's deadbolts that You know, it's not just that simple little door handle lock. You know what I'm saying? It's not just that simple door handle lock. So, anyway, then he comes in with 2 elves to steal all their Christmas presents or whatever, and that's where it ended. That was part 1 of 2, and then I never found part 2. So I don't know what happened. I just don't know what happened. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. We're almost to the... I'm sure you can hear the water bottle noises. You understand that I was taking a drink of water. Who's honking? Stop honking. We're almost to the grocery store. Turning on 57th, where the grocery store sits. So this is nearing the end of the drive home show. We're all... Okay, I'm getting over... I'm trying to maneuver my driving in these crazy streets. It's all these Christmas shoppers. I turned left from the rightmost lane, so that means I had to turn into the lane closest by Burger King. And I know, like, almost everybody that turns left in the left lane, they go down the first turn, like by the liquor store and by the CVS pharmacy and all them guys. So I went straightward, and then I had to move over because I had to turn left into the grocery store parking lot, which I did, but it took a little bit of concentration. And so it's hard to talk and concentrate on turning and changing lanes safely and all of that at the same time. And this guy's got tabs from October. What? You got tabs from 2016. You need to have tabs from 2018. You got tabs from 2016. Anyway, thanks for listening to the Drive Home Show. It's chicken night. Thanks for listening. Keep your feet in the ground and keep reaching for the stars. See ya.